My final guest tonight is one of the country's most prolific actors. He's starred in everything from the Oscar-winning Shakespeare in Love to the formidable Cranford. Now, though, he's back on our screens in the year's most talked-about period drama.
I'm just off, Mr. Carson.
According to the wine book, we should still have 6 dozen of this. But I'm begged if I can find much more than 4.
Look again before you jump to any nasty conclusions.
Long time since you last took a night off.
You don't think I ought to stay, do you?
Yeah, certainly not. Be off with you.
And Anna's in bed with a cold, so I'm afraid it's all down to you.
Go.
Please welcome Jim Carter. Nice to see you. Jim, how nice to see Carson in jeans.
Oh,
I don't think it'd approve at all.
Yeah, I'm an actor. I don't dress up.
Are you having fun?
Yeah, it's fantastic. Yes, it's a really enjoyable series to make, you know, with those wonderful people, of course. And the success of it is marvellous. It's just, it's great that people seem to be enjoying it. And
you realise you've transformed our Sunday evenings, don't you? We can't go out now.
Oh,
at 9 o'clock. It's amazing.
If you're not exhausted after the X Factor, then you can just relax with Downton.
Downton is much more my bag, I think. Yeah. Now, you've been getting something like 8-9 million viewers, and you're recommissioned for another series. Yeah, they've
asked for 8 more for next year, which is wonderful. Julian Fellows is busy writing away like mad now, and we're all nervous, wondering what's going to happen to us.
You are fortunate in that you're, as the butler, you bridge both upstairs and downstairs. I mean, a lot of the downstairs cast don't meet the upstairs people on screen at all.
They don't, and the posh people very rarely come downstairs as well, Alan. So, no, we're me and the footman, we're upstairs and downstairs. Downstairs, we're a little bit more involved. Upstairs, we're waiting for posh people to want some more wine in their glass or have a door opened for them, but we're happy to do that.
I saw Phyllis Logan. Phyllis came on a while ago, the housekeeper, Mrs. Hughes. And she was saying that, you know, the upstairs bits are at Highclere, that wonderful house near Newbury, Lord Carnarvon's place there. Downstairs in the studio in Ealing. So you get to go between the two.
We do 2 weeks at Highclere, you know, with the wonderful parkland setting, that amazing place. It was designed by the same chap who designed the Houses of Parliament, Sir Charles Barry. And it's like a only slightly smaller version of the Houses of Parliament. And then, but the downstairs at Highclere Castle has been so modernised, there's too much electricity and cables around, things like that, that they've built the servants' quarters and the servants' bedrooms at Ealing Studios, so we film all them there with the gas light and everything.
Phyllis was talking about costumes and corsets and things like that. In fact, she was fed up that she couldn't wear makeup. You know, they allowed her a little bit of something under her eye, she said, and that was about it. How does it affect the men? What did you learn about carrying yourself?
I wish I'd had a corset, mate. I can tell you, I could do with one. With us, it's pretty easy for us, because it's just the stiff collars and stuff like that. But I'm not going to moan about that. But the costumes do so much of the work for you. They tell you how to stand. You have to be. You can't slouch around in those things or put your hands in your pockets. They tell you how to behave. But I know that when we do the dinner party scenes, all the women, after half an hour, they all stand up and they all go, "Oh my God!" You know, the whale bones digging in there into private places.
Did it give you a feeling of respect for people who used to be in service to that degree?
Well, tremendously.
Or sympathy?
Well, I wouldn't want to do it myself, I know that, but it's sort of like fantastic stage management, because their job was to make the life of the people upstairs perfect. So if people went out from the drawing room, an army of maids would whip in, plump the cushions, so if they came back a minute later, it would be perfection in there. And their life was to stage manage the life of the people upstairs, with the attention to detail being astonishing. You know, no sooner was a glass down than it was whisked away. I myself couldn't handle that, but you do have
on either side.
On either side, I think we'd all be a little bit uncomfortable with that nowadays. But we had a brilliant guy, Alistair Bruce, who was our etiquette expert, and he would tell us fascinating things like, at a dinner party, all the guests would look at the hostess and see which way she turned at the beginning of the meal, and all the women would turn that way to talk for the first 2 courses and talk to the guest on that side, and then for the dessert they'd all turn and talk the other way. So the social conventions about how things worked were very cannily worked out.
A bit like watching Wimbledon, they'd suddenly all... and then back again.
Oh, I've gone the wrong way. Oh, I've spoken over the table. I shouldn't have done that.
Now, talking of stage managing, you have your own stage managing to do, because you're married to Imelda Staunton. It seems to me that you're both very, very busy. You always seem to be in work. How difficult is it sort of managing your lives? And you've got Bessie now, who's now in her teens, of course. So.
Bessie's, nearly 17.
Yeah.
We juggle it quite happily. You know, things seem to work out nicely. Downton Abbey finished filming at the end of June, and then Imelda had a nice film to do in a bit in Manchester and a month in Scotland, so I stayed at home, which I was happy to do, because I'm very involved with my local cricket club, so leave me with the garden and the cricket love, and I'll get the odd vitamin into Bessie if I can, you know. And, and so she was off for a bit of the summer, and then and we just dovetail, you know, it works out.
Well, I can't really have you here without taking advantage, so Carson, would you mind awfully passing me an apple?
Oh, of course, sir. My pleasure.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, Carson. Bless your argument. A good score, thank you, Jim. Jim Carter. That's it for tonight. Tomorrow, Paul Daniels and dance partner Ola Jordan talk Strictly. Not a lot, just a bit. Property guru Sarah Bean is here, if you're thinking of moving out. Ainsley Harriet's in the kitchen, and there's music from pop sensations Marina and the Diamonds. That's live at 5. From me and from him. Bye-bye for now.